it's Froggy, and I'm back again with another episode of C14 Dating, so I'm just going to go ahead and start. Once we returned to the museum, I poked my head into the indoor laboratory. Hendrik was carefully prying stone flakes off of a core, occasionally adding some sort of solvent to a moist cloth.
Hello, what can I do for you?
DeAndre and I filed into the room, while I curiously peered at the half-dismantled core. We stopped by to ask about some hay.
Hay? There's a stack of it in the forest, off the cave path. Oh, that. What about it? Wondering why it's there? See, during the tours or festivals, we use that area to throw javelins. We also set up some sort of target against the hay. Oh, sweet ass! So, where do you keep the weapons? Hall closet? Second floor, actually.
Would we even be allowed to use them?
Of course. In fact, I can demonstrate right now.
Really?
Yes. We can squeeze in some practice before it gets dark. If you want to, that is. I'm in! You're joining us, right, Melissa?
Join. Obviously, we gotta join this. This sounds like fun. Totally. This sounds like fun.
You two can run ahead. I need to clean this up and grab the gear.
It didn't take long, and soon Hendrik appeared, carrying a javelin and a smaller stick with a rock attached to it. We stood roughly 20 yards from the pile of hay. Hendrik launched into an explanation.
I'm guessing neither of you have used an Atlatl before.
We shook our heads as he readied the device. He held the spear tightly and angled his body toward the hay.
An Atlatl refers to a small rod here. With this, I'll be able to increase my velocity and the strength of the spear throw using leverage.
He tilted the Atlatl, letting the javelin settle into the dimpled end. It balanced carefully over his shoulders as his left fingers pinched the sides. He took a wide lunge, then threw the javelin with fluid force. It penetrated the hay, and I applauded energetically. Whoa, nice one!
Good to know I haven't gotten rusty.
DeAndre retrieved the spear and accepted the Atlatl from Hendrik. I watched Hendrik give pointers, repeating his motions, while DeAndre followed ineptly. He attempted one throw, but it only went a few feet and clattered to the ground harmlessly.
This is harder than it looks.
It takes practice. Put your fingers to the side of the spear like you're holding a pencil. I noticed your grasp the top. You can't release it like that. After fumbling a few times, DeAndre held the weapon over his shoulder and threw it with all his might. This time the javelin sailed clear over the hay.
That's a wonderful thing about Atlatls. The leverage makes it so you don't have to apply that much force to achieve great distance. You can ease off on the straight, DeAndre. You're up, Melissa.
I grabbed the Atlatl, while DeAndre went off to hunt for the missing spear.
Since you're right-handed, put your left foot forward, angle your body like this, and keep the shaft close to your ear.
DeAndre handed me the javelin once he returned. I already struggled to keep it inserted in the cup of the Atlatl. Curse these small fingers! DeAndre smirked teasingly as they stepped back to give me some room.
Careful there. I don't want to accidentally be skewered.
Just be wary of what you say while I'm armed.
It's all in the wrist, Melissa. Make sure you flick down when you release it.
Recalling Hendrik's advice, I raised my arm and carefully balanced myself as I focused on the target. I should aim straight and true. Use all your strength. No, we don't want to use all our strength. Straight and true. With a smooth motion, I extended my arm forward and snapped my wrist downward as I followed through. The javelin launched out of the thrower and sort of skidded on the ground a few feet from the hay. Despite that, Hendrik beamed happily, while DeAndre ran off to fetch the javelin like an eager puppy.
Not bad. You've got a good eye. Now you should focus on your form.
The three of us alternated, taking turns to try and hit the hay bundle. Hendrik remained relatively consistent, while DeAndre and I were still trying to figure out the motions. After a loud "Hia!" DeAndre hurled the javelin and it bounced off a tree.
If you were hunters, I'd starve to death.
You'd starve anyway, since you don't eat meat.
Then Hendrik wouldn't mind if I completely took down a tree. We'll have some roasted bark tonight.
Good thing trees aren't good at dodging.
What's all this? Oh.
Our laughter died as someone emerged from the pathway. Chantal eyed us curiously before she studied the javelin that DeAndre picked up. We're all practicing how to use an Atlatl.
Would you like to try?
Sure. How does this work? DeAndre handed her the items, and we gave Chantal some room. Hendrik demonstrated first to show her how to hold them. Chantal copied him, her hand hovering over her ear, but then continued until it was high above her head. Like this?
Lower. You need the shaft closer to your ear.
Uh-huh.
She's got such a thing for him. It's so cute.
The Atlatl thrower practically rested on her shoulder while she expectantly waited for Hendrik to correct her. I realized she was hoping for a more hands-on approach, but Hendrik was oblivious to her intentions and continued to gently critique her stance.
A smidgen higher, Chantal. Here, Hendrik means like this.
DeAndre stood slightly behind Chantal and manipulated her right arm until it held the weapon over her shoulder.
Now try it.
Chantal was surprised that DeAndre came to her aid, but she mustered up a grateful smile and nodded. Right. As the two continued talking, Hendrik positioned himself beside me. Did you make the Atlatl?
Me? Oh no. It's all Rosemarie's arts and crafts. Don't tell her I called her hobby that, or I'll be her next Atlatl target.
Promise. So, Rosemarie made it? Was it something Neanderthals used?
That's a bit of a hot topic right now. Currently the evidence points to no, but nothing has been conclusive yet. The earliest Atlatl found came from the Salturine industry, dated, if my memory doesn't fail me, 17,500 years before the present. However, we also studied early modern humans here. We discovered an occupied site in the cave, 40,000 years old in fact. Rosemarie specializes in Mousterian, but she occasionally dabbles in more recent technology.
Mousterian?
Ah, the tool industry that occurred between 300,000 and 30,000 years ago, often associated with Neanderthals, the area you're digging in.
We looked up just in time to see Chantal launch the javelin futilely. I threw it, but it didn't go anywhere.
You did the same thing I did. Here, your fingers were gripping the top when...
After a few more turns, it was getting darker, and Hendrik decided to call it quits before it got dangerous.
Besides, you all must be hungry. Go eat.
I walked with Hendrik while Chantal happily chatted with DeAndre.
What did you think about the little demonstration?
I enjoyed it. It's not every day that I get to throw spears. I see why Rosemarie recreates the technology. You learn a lot by experiencing it yourself.
You did well for your first time, too.
Thanks to your pointers. I wonder how skilled Rosemarie is at throwing spears. Success!
Ooh, we're studying. And we failed.
Should I stay with Joan and Chantal this weekend?
Yes. Yes, we should.
I can't wait. And this is our bedroom. We only have 4 rooms in total. Kitchen, living room, bathroom here. But we occupied both the 2nd and 3rd floor. We're right in the city center, and it's a great location. Joan happily strolled to her bed, She pivoted with a flourish before flopping to her back on the soft mattress, arms outstretched. Someone's ready to fall asleep. Chantal repeated herself in French, and Joan haughtily sat up, protesting her friend's teasing. She then patted the sheets, glancing between Chantal's bed and hers before gazing at the floor. And I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos from me, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.